Hi, thanks for joining me. Do you find that your stepchildren are really resisting accepting any kind of change? And are you feeling the negative emotion and the negative behaviours from them as a result? I post once a week, so subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and I'll let you know every time I post. When you set off as a stepfamily, as a parent, so you're married to maybe a parent of children, you can be excited about the new life ahead and you're wanting to set off in this new direction and start your life afresh with new beginnings and new ways of doing things. But with every change in one's life, there are the things that one is perhaps looking forward to about it, but that even with happy changes, there is stuff that you're going to have to say goodbye to. It is said that even at a marriage can be seen to be saying goodbye to things. It's goodbye to the life that you had before, and often to some of the people in it. Life moves on. And of course you can bring people with you from your pre-marriage days, but it is changing, and there are aspects of your life that you won't have again. And the same can be said for children who are joining a stepfamily. They might be quite looking forward to their parent partnering with you and setting off on this new life. Looking forward. But even if they are still going to have to say goodbye to the way things were before. And that can be quite a big ask. But also, they may not be looking forward to the life ahead. They may want things to stay exactly as they are, or go back to the way they were before. So you joining the stepfamily means it's one more step away from the direction that they want to go. And with that, when you're talking about saying goodbye to the life you had before, you're talking about loss. And with loss is grief. Grief for the way things were before. So what you're actually often doing when you become a stepfamily is coping with children with grief. They are not normal range children with normal range emotions who can be distracted by things and entertained and taken out on a nice day out, and then you can expect them to be happy. Often you can take a stepchild on a nice day out and they can be miserable because it's not what they wanted. They don't want you there, they wanted their other parent there. So they wanted things the way they were before. And therefore, it's really, really difficult for them. And it's so easy as a step-parent in this situation to be trying so hard to make things good for them, entertain them, indulge them, give them a good time, and they're not having any of it. And you can't understand it. But it's grief. And it's not about you. They don't really dislike you. They just dislike what you're representing. And sometimes they even like you, but it's not that, it's not you and the situation, it is you and the situation that's upsetting them, but it's not you personally. If you can look at behaviour like this as the child going through the grief cycle, then it can help you to overcome the negative emotions and behaviour you might be getting from them and see it as just their grief cycle. Now, grief is all about, first of all, really denying it's even happened, pretending it hasn't happened, carrying on with life as though, you know, they were still living with their mum and dad, or that their mum or dad hadn't died, or something of that nature. And then comes the anger, the fury. They can get very irritable about nothing. Nothing can please them. And then they can feel quite low, quite bereft of energy, unwilling to do things, not wanting to go out, really low, before life can build again and they find new things to do, new interests, and gradually things get better. But as a step-parent, if you can view stepchildren's behaviour not as a statement about you, your situation, your life going forward, but just about them going through the grief process, you can perhaps then be in a better position to help them. And with this, the advice is to, you know, when they're in denial, when they're angry, to listen to them, talk to them. Some of the stuff they say might be hard to hear, but that's what they need. They need understanding. They need to process it. And it's jolly difficult to process emotion without talking it out, or talking it out can be one of the ways of dealing with it. And if they're feeling low, help them with it. Talk to them, listen to them, understand where they're coming from. Even if that lowness and the anger is directed negatively at you. If you can see beyond that and help them through, then they will improve and get better, and they will appreciate it. But it is hard not to see the behaviour and the emotion as not being directed directly at you. We run workshops, sessions, write booklets, have an email response service. Find the links to our social media and website in the directions box below.